Yesterday, city police were called to break up a fight between a bear and a dog around Strathclair Park. The dog has been treated for its injuries. The Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry is investigating that incident, but officials want to remind you to be vigilant as bears are coming out of hibernation now. As per city bylaw, pets are required to be on leash unless in an enclosed area. A 33-year-old man accused of killing his mother in Kirkland Lake is now charged in an unrelated attack on a teenage boy that allegedly took place hours just before the woman died. Provincial police say the incident involving the teen occurred on March 23rd, almost 2 hours before Brenda Latoya's body was found in her home. Her son Troy Latoya was arrested and now stands charged with second-degree murder in her death. Police provide few details on the alleged attack on the 14-year-old, who they say is not related to the suspect. Police say he suffered a head injury in the alleged incident. Troy Latoya is charged with 1 count each of attempted murder and aggravated assault in the teen's case. Boeing CEO sent a message to families of victims of crashes saying that these tragedies continue to weigh heavily on our hearts and mind. Boeing also emphasized that it's making fixes to an anti-stall system that is suspected of also playing a role in a second crash. Meanwhile, problems were seemingly spotted much earlier.
Well, one of the things that did appear in the Ethiopian report, it's on page 19, was that when Ethiopian Airlines took possession of the aircraft from Boeing, the flight over, which happened in November of 2018, apparently when they landed, the pilots reported that they had had airspeed indications that appeared erroneous, that there were some odd rolling tendencies that the airplane had, and that showed up as issues in the actual preliminary report as well. So that's another area we probably do need to explore.
We've had teams of our top engineers and technical experts working tirelessly in collaboration with the Federal Aviation Administration and our customers to finalize and implement a software update that will ensure accidents like that of Lion Air Flight 610 and Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 never happen again.
Hundreds of trucks traveled to Regina yesterday to rally against federal government energy policies such as the carbon tax and Bill C-69. The carbon tax came into effect in Saskatchewan this week.
Don't get me wrong, in Saskatchewan, we accept that climate change is happening, and we even accept that humans are contributing to that. What we don't accept is that a carbon tax is in any way an effective tool to actually deal with that. What we don't accept is the federal government imposing this on our industries and our provinces and our families across the nation, in particular across this province that I have the honor of representing. The federal government's actual own research says that this isn't going to work in our province of Saskatchewan, and that shouldn't be a surprise because it actually hasn't worked anywhere else where it has been introduced.
U.S. Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders says we have a president who is a racist. Sanders made the comment ahead of a surprise visit to the Apollo Theater in New York for an event honoring Harry Belafonte and Tony Bennett.
Well, you know, we have a president, and I say this without any joy in my heart, who's a racist. And it's hard to believe that we have a president of the United States who is in fact a racist. You know, as president of the United States, what I would be doing is bringing our people together to create a nation that works for all of us and not just the 1%, to deal with the racism, the disparities that exist, not only between the rich and the poor, but between whites and blacks. And that would certainly be a major priority of a Sanders administration.